Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. And let's get ready for this non-farm payroll unemployment. Non-farm. And let me just do my disclaimer real quick. This demonstration is really for educational purposes only, and I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. And if you could hear my voice, see my screen, just give me some sort of sign. And I'm just going over. Gold was at an all-time high. Hey, good morning, Toby. Gold was at an all-time high, and I was reading a really interesting article. How they think that it's way oversold. It's up over $2,300 an ounce. And really, what you think is good news will cause the market to go down, and if it's bad news, the market will go up. So, the rate cuts are the big elephant in the room. That's what they're all looking for. That's what the market needs and wants. And any indication that those cuts will be delayed by a positive report will cause the market to tumble. Man, what a sell-off yesterday. Holy moly. All right, so going back over my chat with Lee, he says the big ones to look out for today are going to be NASDAQ, gold, ES, and bonds. And I'm going to put the 2-minute on my on that PA account. I just got it. You know what? I'm going to have to disconnect my data and reconnect because it's not showing up. Oh boy. What time is it? I have 6 minutes. Let me just flatten any positions I might have. I'd like to see that PA account showing up. Yes, sir, David. God is good. I want to wish everybody a very happy Friday. Good morning, Kush. We're just starting the engine again. And let me see if that PA account shows up now. Gold took a beating this morning. So yesterday we identified that 30 range was crushing it. So let me see. Boy, that's weird. I don't see it anywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade. I was hoping to put my PA account. Let me log into Rhythmic Pro. Hold on just a moment. Yeah, it is showing in Rhythmic Pro, so it should be here. The 30 range, signal B. Worst case scenario, I have it on the evaluation. Oh, here it is. Okay. So the report should be coming out here in just a couple of minutes. And I'm just going to load another strategy on that 30 range. Do a signal A and a signal B. I'll put it for 835. Okay, so I've got my 30 range A here for 835, and I got my PA account here for, let me just confirm the time is correct, 835. So I'm going to give it a shot with the 230 ranges that we identified yesterday. We're really crushing it. And we'll put the PA account on this one. And let's go ahead and I'm going to enable everything, all the SIM accounts right through the report. And I started the Apex accounts 5 minutes after the report. Yeah, let's see what the jobs number was, just out of curiosity. There it goes. Yeah, I think stepping aside for this was a wise idea. You just can't trade that. But let's let it settle down and let it find a direction. It looks like the jobs, that's the forecast. Let's see what the report actually was. All right, so those PA accounts aren't going to really start trading. One of them benefited, the signal A, 30 range. Now, let's see what happens. Jobs report. Anybody see what it was yet? Let me try Google. Hey, good morning, Dr. Hansen. At 8:35, looks like now it's kind of settling down just a little bit. Yesterday afternoon was really a huge sell-off, and I was able to get back half of what I lost yesterday. So it looks like 2 or 3 minutes after the report. We gave it 5. And the Russell jumped in on a nice trade. Okay, we got 1 more minute here. Oh, there it goes up. I'm not even sure what the report was. 303,000, so it was better than expected. So with a strong jobs report, you'd think the market would go down, the opposite of it going up, because they're looking for the rate cuts. I think they were expecting about 280. All right, we're about to get in the game here. We got our signal B. If it does continue up, might get a nice trade. Let's duplicate this in a new tab. We got a signal A and a signal B on the NASDAQ. 835 just went. And it didn't waste much time. It jumped right in. The Apex 7 account is in. I saw Mark using a 50 trail profit target, a 50 trailing a stop on 50 ticks. That worked really well on that sell-off yesterday. Let's let this one play out. I kind of like to protect my stop. Usually I put it right above here, but I'm not going to touch it. When I touch it, bad things happen. Hmm. A stronger than expected jobs report. After what I was been reading, you'd think the market would go up, but with the hope of an interest rate cut, it might send the market down. That's the nice thing about these auto traders is you don't have to overthink it. It's just going to do what the chart is saying. It's chopping around pretty good now. No clear direction. I'm just going to retest that area. Okay. We are in the PA long. Great. Okay, so we jumped in the PA account long. And this was the strategy I was trying to play. Let's see if we can get through this area. If we get through this area of resistance, this could be a beauty. It's retested it. This is 1, 2, 3. This is kind of the trade we've been hoping for. Very choppy. Okay, we're 0 for 2. We're right back in on number 7 on the signal A going short. Boy, we're on the seesaw here. Let's try to lock in some profits on this one. I'm going to attach it to my 50. Didn't go. Okay, I got played pretty good on that NASDAQ. Let's see where we're at. Oh, the signal AAI drone. Look at that. Right to the report. Mm, mm, mm. So Apex 7 looks like it's down 350. And the PA account, I think I just took that one loser. $290. Yeah. So the signal B, very interesting. The signal B, the 30 range signal B, was the one we were looking at yesterday. And I let that one trade right through the report. And it's up close to 900. And what I did was I started it 5 minutes later, thinking the volatility would be too risky. And I pulled in a loser. So that signal B left untouched. And that's really the window. That 8:30 to 9, I showed it yesterday. Huge spike in equity. And there it goes. It broke through that area, and now it's off to the races. Let's try to get a bigger look here from yesterday with that big sell-off. Let's bring that into perspective. Well, it's still got a ways to go from yesterday to retrace. We're getting a little bit of a retracement this morning. Look at that from yesterday. Count 7 took one. Yeah, this market wants to retrace today, it appears. Yesterday in the morning, we were kind of watching, a little like watching paint dry, and then all of a sudden, after the Fed spoke, the market did not like what they had to say. Things went a bit haywire. I'd love to get the risk off of this trade, but we're still need some wiggle room here. Come on down. I think I can come down a little bit. Well, that's it. And I think what I'm going to do right after this trade is I'm going to try what Mark was doing yesterday. He showed me he starts his strategy with a 50-tick trailer. And this way, you don't have to manually move your stop or wonder if it's too tight or if it's going to come all the way back on you. It's all automated, and it just sets it at a 50-tick trailer. Come on down. That's it. That's it. Come on down. Come on down. They gave us the old head fake, didn't they? This morning. Got some room here to the downside. Come on down. Came up and kissed our stop just to say hello. All right, well that put me back in the green, so I'm still in the game on that one. My PA account, let's just take a quick look. Kind of took my eye off the ball on it. Oop. So I'm going to take that one off for now. Account 7's right back in on the 30 range. Jump back in short. So me dragging the stop, probably still be in this position. That's okay though. Hey, if you take a $500 winning trade, you can't cry about it. Let me see. Kushner keeps calling. I'm wondering if I'm having a problem with the broadcast. Oh, he's telling me he's not going to open his room. Holy moly. I'm going to come back up and retest that area. That's a little too aggressive for me. Let me go to that strategy. I'll make a couple tweaks right after this trade. Haymaker? David asks, which strategy am I running on the Haymaker? This is the Apex 7, which is the signal B, 30 range signal B. Wait, no, I think this is actually the signal A. I apologize. I'll tell you in a second. I'm about to disable it. I think I put the signal B in the PA account. No, I put, the signal B in the PA account. And the Haymaker's running on the signal A, David. So what you're watching now is a signal A entry, long, right here. It's not giving us a lot to work with. Good morning, no. Not giving us a lot to work with. As soon as this trade is done, hopefully it won't sideline me. Because I think there's the big move is yet to come, and sometimes we got to wait for it. Okay. Let's. So what I could do is I can edit the strategy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my stop strategy. Instead of it going to break even at 60. Plus 11. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trail it. I'm going to set up a trailer. Trail first stop loss by 50 ticks. And I'm going to put a little delay between trades. I don't like them jumping in that quick. there's pause. Let me see. The pause trading. I'm going to pause it for 60 seconds. And I'm going to switch this one out of the PA. The signal B is really the one that's been hot. So this being my signal B, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to trail it by 50 ticks. So now it's going to automatically trail. My stop starts at 50 and it trails by 50, and it's looking for 200. So let's put that back on 7, and let's try to catch this move down. So I put it back on the 30 range signal B. I'm anticipating a move to the downside here, is my thinking. There it goes. So now it jumped right in, and I just need a little room here. And it's going to automatically trail this trade now by 50 ticks, which is, let's see how tight it is. Okay, well that one put us on the sideline. That's why they call it trading, not winning. Let's see which accounts are doing well. Is the signal A, the 30 range signal A AI drone. That strategy's up $2,000 already. And the signal B is in the SIM account. These traded right through the report. I think I overthought it. And gold is shooting back up. And these two strategies have really been our 1-2 punch. The gold and the 30 range this week. Just tremendous results. Yeah, Toby, I had a rough time too. Oh, you're not on the sidelines yet? All right, I'll keep the bench warm for you. No, I hope you hit your profit target. I'm curious to see how that 50-tick trail works. So I probably will re-enable those two strategies, just not in my Apex accounts. There it goes again. This signal A. Wow, the 30 range strategies this week on the NASDAQ, the numbers they put up were really incredible. Well, it was definitely a learning experience. I think next month I know a little better what to do. For trading these strategies. Yeah, what I'll do is just to see how that 50 tick trailer works is I'm going to put this in a sim account. So I am curious. And the other one I changed was this one, I believe. Let me see, is this the 50 tick trailer? Yeah. So I re-enabled the, in fact, I re-enabled this one here that just jumped into the trade with the trailer. Hoping to see how that 50 tick trailer looks. I really don't want to give all this back on this. Hold on just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Let's check out our retirement plan. That's the NQ2 minute. Let's see, NQ2 minute retirement plan is down 230. 30 range signal AI drone is the hot one. This is the one that's having a big session. Let's see how some of these other strategies are doing. The Russell. Let's see if I can find the Russell. Yeah, I almost forgot what time it was. The market hasn't even opened yet. Almost forgot. This the ES signal A, has been a hot strategy. Um, I don't even think it started yet. Let's see, the signal A. Here it is. That's that cash register. It looks like it took 3 losers right in a row. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, there is a key profit, David. Let me show that to you. Good question. That's very important. It's kind of works similar to. I was reading David Lemon's his question about the key profit. We have an input in the strategy. Hey, good morning, Daniel, Tolu, Olu. We have a kind of like a trailing drawdown. That locks in profits in our strategy parameters. If I go to the strategy and select new strategy, there's an input right here. Trail session loss limit. So if I put in that I want to make 800, for example, and only lose 400, if I go up $500 and I'm plus 500, well, now if this is checked, since I can only lose 400, it's going to trail it. So now it will only let me give back 4 out of that 500. So it won't let you give back all your profits if this loss limit, this session loss limit is checked. That sim account looks like it took one. I want to see that 50-tick trailer. Hopefully it matures to the downside. Let's go back to that sim account. Wanted to see how that's. So this is with the 50-tick trailer. Sometimes that Nasdaq, it could eat up 50 ticks in a millisecond. But do you want to give back more than 250? You know. So the $250 is kind of the line in the sand with this stop strategy. How did I set it up? I'll show you. Let's let this trade play out, and then I'll show you, Kush. It was in the, if you open up your strategy and scroll all the way down to the ATM, and there's an input in the ATM of the automated strategy that says trail first target. And then you put a value in it. So the stop is 50, so we're trailing it by 50. So it's a 50 tick trailing stop. Yeah, Jerome Powell the other day, in his speech, was saying that the Federal Reserve is getting set to cut rates. But yesterday, the language changed a little bit. And the market, man, did it react. They're still saying it, the market has it kind of baked into they're going to do a rate cut in June. But looked like there was a little correction yesterday. So that's that 50 tick trailing stop. Did you find it, Kush? Well, interesting. I did change my my crude oil strategy. We're trading crude now on a 10 range. We changed it. And I updated my strategy this morning. So I'm kind of curious how that one does today. We'll put it on. We'll keep an eye on it. Here's another one on the trailing stop. You put the one with the trailing stop side by side with the other one. Oh, it didn't mature. Oh. So we're just coming to the market open. We're going to go till 10:30 today. I have a Lee Goldstein from 10-Minute Trades, and I are going to do a webinar at starting at 12 noon. He's going to go at 12. I'll go at 12:45, and we're going to go over the weekly. We're going to go over this week's results, and I'll be able to answer any questions that anybody has regarding the AI AutoTrader. and go into a little bit of more detail on how it works. And I'm going to put the registration link in the chat box here in just a moment. Our signal B on the 30 range jumped in. It looks like it stopped out on the break-even plus 11. Yes, I'm going to put it in now, Kim. Good morning, Kim. And I'll tell you, after today, I might just leave trading the news to Lee. That didn't work out for me too well. Curious to see how things go at the market open. Today at 12 noon, Lee from 10-minute trades and myself. Right line trading. Webinar registration link. There it is, Kim. Signal AI drone is tempted to take another trade on that market open. The market open today. Not pegged, Walter. No, it doesn't. That's a little bit of an issue, isn't it? We can get faked out real easily. It doesn't. I've seen it just barely get into that red or green zone, come out and pop me right back in. So the answer is no. It doesn't. Be interesting to have that as a variable. All right, let's go back here. I wanted to check out crude oil. Crude oil, we went from a 15 range candle to a 10 range. So sped it up just a little bit, and Signal B AI drone is back in. Got out real quick. So we're gonna trade the first hour of the market from 9:30 to 10:30. Let's take a look at the 2-minute chart on the NASDAQ real quick and just see what happened. At 8:30, the report came out. Wow, Lee, with his bracket strategy, there's a chance. I didn't see the trade, but there's a chance that he caught that big move down to the downside. He's got a software, a trading system that he's going to highlight today, that this is what he does of these news reports. And right before the report, he has a bracket that'll put an entry, maybe 5 or 10 ticks above and maybe 10 ticks below price. And when that report comes out and it shoots that wick down, it would catch you in on to the downside for a nice winner. So the market reacted with a big move down, bounced back up, and now it's kind of picking up where it left off yesterday afternoon, is what it appears to be doing. And yesterday, that big sell-off we see here, I think that was like 200 or 300 points, it looks like. 1858. $500 points. Holy moly. Let me see. Okay. So that's where we're at. One of my favorite strategies, it kind of took a beating this morning, though, is that gold AI drone. I love to trade that one early. A gold AI drone. Okay, you got it, Daniel. Yeah, I tell you, you made my day yesterday, Daniel. Daniel, last week, if you remember, got qualified, and this week he's already ready to take a payout. Retirement plan is in the game. No, I didn't. I see need to talk. Let me scroll back. I saw we need to talk, so I will give you a call. I'm scrolling back now. Oh, you passed another account this morning. All right. I see it now. Congratulations. And Daniel is, he's on fire. Oh, man. You made my day. So he's got a few funded accounts now. And he's already, first week trading his funded account, he's already getting a payout. So congratulations, Daniel. That's some. Daniel, which strategies were you using to pass your eval and to get the payout on the PA account? What were your go-to strategies? Kim is asking. Here comes the retirement plan. Let me see where my account is. Hold on just a second. Okay. What's better, Rhythmic or Tradevate? $30 range signal A, Daniel. That's been the strategy, huh? The signal A and the B this week did extremely well. I'm trying to pull up a performance. Sorry about that. I'm trying to see where my signal A was. Here we go. Okay, there's the market open. Retirement plan. Oh man. Yeah, now it's giving us an indication that it's going to go to the downside. Let's let it settle down here for a minute. Good morning, Dr. Jeff. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, my new crude oil strategy's in. This gold signal A is looking very good, and so is the Russell. This cash register is going to jump back in. Any second. Oh, now it's taken off to the upside. I think my signal B is going to be in. Yep. That's been the hot one for me, is the signal B on that 30 range. Mm, mm, mm. Ah, oh, what a trade. Here's Daniel's signal A. Need to see some follow through here. Here we go. Here we go. See what the chatter is. Yeah, stronger than expected jobs report. Indicates the Feds can stay patient on inflation. So I think we're going to see a down move from what they're saying, but that's my bias and opinion, which is worthless. Try to time out an entry here on. The ES isn't doing anything here right now. Let's see where our open positions are. The NASDAQ, the YM. The YM is quietly a singles hitter. R2I Dow Diamond. I think we're going to get a move down. I really do. Yeah, the question regarding Trade of 8 versus Rhythmic. I wouldn't know because I've only used Rhythmic. That's my input, but everybody, I'm sure everybody has their opinion if they've tried both. I'm not sure. Somebody told me with Trade of 8, a trade copier comes with it. I don't know whether or not that's true. That's what I heard. Here we go to the downside. I might go to my signal B and try that account 7 one more time. I'm a pain freak today, I know it. Looking for that signal B, early range. Now the signal A's are all at the leaderboard. Oh, look at that. It came a tick away. I'm going to do a new strategy on a signal B. That's the one that I came out this morning. I wanted to trade. I'm really surprised I don't have it here. Where? I'm going to load that signal B. And give it one more shot. Wow. Look at that signal A. And I'm putting it on signal B. $2,240 on the signal A. Daniel, that's why you're scoring. You've been playing the signal A over there quietly. Well, listen, I can't argue with success. This might be a big move down, though. Let me see if I can get into it. Let's go. Number 7 is down 625. Yeah, I'm going to take the signal A too. There, I jumped in the signal A. Let me get off the signal B real quick. All right, so Daniel, I'm in the signal A. Maybe I'll catch one. Let me take some of this risk off of it. Come on up. I think Daniel was right. Look at this, Daniel. You were right, Daniel. Daniel was right. Keep coming. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. Look at this. Keep going. A little bit of resistance here. And here we go. This thing's launching. Daniel. Man, am I happy you answered that question. Good question, Kim. Kim Youngerman, great question. Okay, the haymaker put me right back in the game. Thank you, Daniel. That's the power of numbers. What's working? You learn from a community of traders. Hey, what's working? Perfect example. Yes, great question, Kim. You were right, Daniel. Is there a setting to set a certain distance from the 50? The distance from the 50 would be the MA diff, Walter. You can use the MA diff and the signal A. But that's the MA diff condition. And then you have a distance that you would input the number of ticks. So with the signal A, you'd really want it to be far off the 50. But the value is going to be the maximum distance it could be. So on the signal A, my thinking would be you'd want that number to be a high number. Even better, we would probably want a minimum instead of a maximum, if you know what I mean. We'd want it to be minimum 100 ticks from the 50 instead of a maximum for the signal A. Well, I'm right back in it on the signal A. Holy moly! Look at this signal A. It popped me right back in. Let's see if we can get this swing to the... Nope. Now, Walter, that's a perfect example of your question earlier. You see the RSI line didn't go to the 100%. It just barely broke through the 80 and back down. Well, this long entry, it was buried and then came up out. We just got head faked into a loser on this one. Well, we've got some huge results on this signal A. It's just unbelievable. AI drone. Man, I'd be crazy not to trade that one, huh? All right, so I'm just going to go with the hottest strategy. The haymaker is almost identical to that signal A. Maybe we'll get a short roll. Excuse me. Let's see what. Excuse me. Let's see what other positions are open. Oh, look at that. That sim account that I was running the Apex in earlier with the 50-tick trailer. But you know what? It's in 2 accounts, so it's really half of this number. Man, this thing is going to take off to the upside, it looks like. From yesterday, we had that big sell-off. Ooh. I like the signal A or B on the NASDAQ. I'm surprised it didn't get me into that short trade right there. Oh, there it goes. Now it did. This thing wants to keep breaking up higher. Wow, I was getting ready to give up on the trade. Come on down. Getting some sideways action here. It's a good question, David. I'm going to say no. The drones, I heard Mark say it 100 times, the drones trade like a drunken sailor. They don't respect anything, any of the profit or loss limits or the trailing drawdown. Let me see if I can minimize this back. I kind of like the signal B now with this long push. Michael, the difference between the 30 range drone and bot on the signal A, there's no real difference to start in the settings, but what happens is during the session where the drone will keep the stop and profit targets exactly as they're in the strategy, the bot can dynamically change during the session. The drone and the bot are both have the exact same inputs. But what happens is they're sharing a database, and the drone is giving the bot input as to where to put the stop and profit target, so it's in the most ideal place based on the market conditions. So that's one difference. The drone will stay right at the very wide settings, and the bot has the potential to move them in if we're in a choppy market. The other difference is a little what David Lemons was just asking. The drone doesn't respect our daily profit and loss limit. It's just going to keep trading and accumulate as much data as possible, where our bot is going to respect your daily loss limit and daily profit target. So once you reach it, it'll automatically stop trading. So we caught this signal B now on this Apex account. I saw the market started to kind of find a direction to the upside after that big move down yesterday. I'm hoping that it'll retrace back a little bit here and find my profit target to the upside. That's the plan. Our 50 went green back at 940, and it stayed green. We got pretty decent volume. We're just under 2,000 contracts a minute, somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000. Need some follow through here to the upside. Hmm. Yeah, I just heard the signal A go short. Yeah. Okay, we're back down 340. I'm going to run to the restroom for just a moment. Excuse me for just a second. You can see the 30 range signal A is really having a field day. That signal A drone. It's back in the trade now. This is the hot strategy of the day right here. Let's see how it plays out. A tough market, huh? All right, Daniel. You were right again. Get that. Sorry. When I pull up my trade performance, it messes the whole screen up. Whew. Wow. I'm looking at the performance here is I'll show you what I'm looking at. I was just trying to compare this week the signal A to the signal B on the 30 range. The signal A, AI drone, I have it plus 3,600. The signal B, AI drone, I have it 6,000. Two of them together, just under 10,000 for the week. It's incredible what a week the NASDAQ had this week. Let me see what kind of positions I'm in. I think I'm still engaged on my Apex account. Yep, I'm actually in a short trade on the NASDAQ, which doesn't look like it's panning out too well for me. Yeah, that's the end of that. Let me come off of that. Oops. Let me bring that back. The Russell's up 1154. Well, we kind of found ourselves a sleeper there on the signal A on the Russell. Russell signal B is doing well too. Let's see how crude, looks like crude hasn't really done much. This is our leaderboard here. $30 range, signal A. Russell, signal A. The reversals. They're all signal, well, most of them, top three. 30 range bot. Oops. Sorry about that. My mouse is kind of sticky this morning. It's not moving very smoothly. So our signal A AI drone jumped right back in. Up 2,700, and it's coming in for more. But to continue to trade if you're up 2,700 is, to me, is crazy. I'd be headed out fishing if I was up 2,700. Well, this very well could be a record day. We're at 10:08, and that strategy's up over $3,000. And somehow, I'm laughing because on my account I did terrible, and how I just followed the rule. Trade the top one. You couldn't miss. Somehow I missed. Listen, I always refer to myself as like the world's worst trader. And this one today could have been an easy one. I went to the Signal A, got a $1,000 winner, and then immediately switched it off. The ES is nowhere to be found today in the gutter. So the E-mini had a down day. Crude oil, we changed it to a 10 range. But I see it, it's, it is in a trade. Cool. All right, so this is this is actually a 10 range now. I'm going to change my data series here. The strategy is looking at a 10 range. Crude and gold have been, crude oil and gold have been getting really good volatility lately. Gold's at an all-time high. And I was at the gas pump yesterday. Wasn't too bad, but I have a feeling it's going to be going up. I kind of like to show my moving averages. The moving average is the modified fast. We want to make it visible. And the modified slow will make it visible. And I kind of like to pin my stop. I like to attach it to that 15. It already has a stop strategy. Take the money and run, Mike. So it's almost a quarter after 10. We're going to sign off at about 10:30. And it was kind of an interesting morning. Wow, that retirement plan is going to go all the way, which is a signal A on a 2-minute NASDAQ. So it's not quite as aggressive as a 30 range on the NASDAQ. It kind of slows it down a little bit. It's up $200 for the day, where that 30 range is a little bit more, is a faster strategy. It's a little bit more aggressive, and it paid off today in a big way. Might be getting this big retracement now that I thought was coming earlier. Big move to the upside. Let's see if our sim account is in on it. It is. So let's see how that 50-tick trailing stop's working out. It's up 800. If you remember earlier, I put a 50-tick trailing stop on my sim account here. So it's been kind of trailing this trade by 50 ticks to the upside. And we were trying to gauge if 50 ticks would be enough room for the NASDAQ. We're trying to find that line in the sand that you don't want to give too much back. You want to lock in your profits, but you don't want to squeeze your trade either. You want to give it room to mature. But where do you draw that line? So this strategy here draws that line at 50 ticks. So the high of the move was here. Retrace 50, stopped us out, and it prevented it, from continuing down and taking away all of our profits. With the downside being now it could continue up to the upside, and so you got to draw that line somewhere. Now it jumped right back into the short side on this signal A. The cross of the Laguerre. Interesting enough, it's starting to pop back up. Those are the hard decisions in trading. My crude oil trade is maturing. Yeah, I was thinking that too, David. If we go to our ATM strategies, and we want to build a custom ATM, where is it? Popped up somewhere. Here it is. We could do 1%. I have to read up when you use percentages. That's a possibility. So crude oil and gold are in some trades. The Russell. Yeah, Mark has actually been testing it, David, for about a month now, and he likes it better than the 15 range. Today's the first day that I've run it on the 10 range, so I don't have any data myself, but he does. He was, in fact, I'm glad you mentioned that. He sent me his top 5 strategies, and his crude oil 10 range made 3,000 this week. If I touch that Skype, I'll lose my screen. But he sent it to me in Skype. That's what made me get up early and change mine, because my crude didn't make anywhere near 3,000 for the week, and the difference was he was running it on a 10 range data series. I was running mine on a 15 range. So the signal A's, we knew this morning it was going to be a very volatile morning with the news report. The news reports with the volatility makes a lot of sense that the signal A did well today. So in the future, for those news reports with the volatility that comes with them, the signal A's are all on the leaderboard today. For the week, the NASDAQ on the signal B did better for me, but today, by a huge margin, the signal A just, wow, man, it was up over 3,000 at 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 range on crude is what he's trading. Here's the 50-tick trailer. Let's take a look at this trade. I don't think this trade is going to work. I'm curious to see how that 50-tick trailer looks. Let's keep an eye on that signal AAI drone. That's the one that is doing so well today. I'm wondering if it continues or it starts to give it back. This is that signal A entry. Huh. Okay, down to 2,400. Our retirement plan took a short trade just now on the 2-minute. Let's see what kind of week the 2-minute had on the retirement plan. Not good on mine. Here comes the short roll, huh? Just got a lot of positions just opened up. Must be a big push down. Bunch of short positions just took off. NASDAQ, Russell, crude, gold, all jumped in short. Except for that 30 range. Signal A went long. See, and what we're doing is next week we're going to have a stop strategy that if this happens, I was showing this to the whole team has recognized it, but what happened was it came within a tick or two of our profit target. And, to have a fully automated system and have it bounce all the way back on you like that can be heartbreaking. And it doesn't make any sense. So when there's that, little to gain with so much to give back, what we're going to do is put a zone where you could put it 10 ticks or 15 or 20 ticks, whatever you want. And if it's, say the zone is 20 ticks, once it comes down to within 10 ticks of your profit target, if it goes back 10 ticks, it's going to stop you out. So the risk is going to be equal to the reward once it comes within 20 ticks of your profit target. So we're not going to allow this system to bounce back the way it potentially could right now on some of these strategies. It's coming back down, but listen, there's a chance that this goes all the way back up, to plus 5 ticks, I think it is, when we could have made, we were a tick away from making $400 or $500 on the trade. So next week, that's going to be something that'll be available. Now, if you're sitting in front of your screen and in front of your chart and you were watching it, obviously, you're not going to let that happen. But we do have a lot of traders that enable it before work, and they want to come home to some good news. And, we really proffer this as a fully automated system. So it can be traded, on a semi-automated basis. It can be traded on a discretionary basis or fully automated. So that's another feature that we're going to be adding very soon. That trade just now on the Dow is a perfect example of what we're trying to avoid. You can see that price came right here to within a tick or two of our profit target, and then bounced. Let me see where it is now, and it's headed back up. So that will absolutely prevent this from ever happening. Now, you could have, if you were in front of your chart, you could have easily, dragged your stop down or even attached your stop to your 15. But we are going to automate that process. It's going to squeeze your stop, in essence, is what it's going to do. When you come within, just a few ticks of your profit target, it's going to squeeze it. It's not going to let you give it back. You just had a bunch of trades on one screen, Peter? Our signal A is, I'll use Mark's language. He's, it's up 3,000 and it's trading like a drunk sailor. This thing's off to the races again. Very exciting strategy today. And this one, we give we give all the room in the world to. We don't squeeze it. This ATM is, I think it might go to plus 5 at 80 ticks, if I remember correctly. Plus 11 at 80 ticks. The position of the profit target is actually really in a nice place. We got a clear line straight to that profit target. There's nothing in our way yet. It could form a pivot here. Poltergeist. Peter, if you want, call the office afterwards. I could Well, I have that webinar today at 12. Charles, if you go into our Discord, send Charles a message. All right, we're going to close right after this trade here. I got a big fishing trip planned for Sunday, I'm sorry. And George, one of our traders up in upstate New York, he said, "Hey, you gotta wear one. You gotta get a GoPro or film fighting one of those fish." And it's almost, that down here in Miami they call, mahi is, they call dolphin. Dolphin, most people think of a dolphin, and they think of flipper. But it's not the flipper dolphin. It's the dolphin that you eat in the restaurant. Mahi is what they call it. Mahi or dolphin. But it's coming into season, so I'm getting excited. A lot of fun to catch. David Wise on Saturday has a really great workshop. Trading Options 101. He's going to go into the basics. How to read an options chain. Picking the best strike. Live Q&A. But he's going to break down his strategy, how he wins 90% of the time. If somebody wins 90% of the time, it's a good idea to listen to him. Dorado. Yes, exactly, Kim. Or Dorado. So I'm just hoping, I'm praying actually, that the wind. I don't have a huge boat. I have like a 24-foot fishing boat. And if it's windy out, forget it. You don't want to go. You come back and your knees and your back, and you feel like you've been through the war. We're trying to get a big push here to the upside. And this will be a perfect end to the day for this strategy. Wow, what a day. It was up at one point over 3,000. I think it's at about 2,500 right now. So we were talking yesterday about keeping an eye on Signal B. Well, it didn't pan out for us today. So Signal A, I shouldn't say it didn't pan out. It didn't do as well as Signal A. With all this volatility, the up and down movement, the news report. And Daniel said it. Daniel called it. That's how Daniel's having so much success. He's had the system for just over a month now, and he has 2 funded accounts. He's getting his first payout, and he just put in for it. We're putting in for it today, and he told us how he did it. 30 range Signal A. I'm not going to let this one come back on me like that. What I could do is, now I passed my 50, my 15. Well, I couldn't save it in time, but I think I'm saving it, but I'm probably actually hurting it. But to see it be up 7 something and then come back to 4, it just hurts me. You know, it makes me feel uncomfortable. But it's probably why the strategy is doing so well. Just very hard to watch. Hey, Pat, good morning. 30 range signal A, which instrument? The NASDAQ. The NASDAQ. The NASDAQ. My good friend Daniel crushed it. So now I'm going to do it. I don't want to give this back. Oh, it won't let me. All right, we'll let it run. It's up 730. So the stop must have moved to plus 11, is what my guess is. Now this strategy traded right through the report today. Started trading at 8:30. The drone. This is the drone. I'll show you the difference. This is this week's performance. We'll go to the 30 range. Signal A AI bot was up 200. The Signal A drone 3,200. Big difference. 3,200. The Signal B 2,800 for the week. Signal B AI bot. Signal B AI drone just under 6,000. When we put those 30 ranges together, about 12 grand. So just to do a comparison on my computer. Now listen, there is a variation. I want you to know. They're not going to be identical on everyone's computer due to a number of different reasons that I don't even want to start getting into. On the Signal, it won't be huge. But listen, if it's a tick or two, and I'm in a trade and you're not in a trade, then the results, the entries are going to come at different times, obviously. Okay, here we go. We're just a tick or two away. That new setting would now we would be safe, and I could breathe. But we're just having fun and watching the system today. Okay, it did get it. So it put us at $3,400 for the day. That's the 30 range Signal A AI drone. Let's regenerate it. So it's today was a huge day for this strategy. The rest of the week I was only up about $800. So yesterday I didn't see this yesterday. But starting very early this morning, it came right to the top. And that's really one of our biggest reasons to put it in a funded account is we look at the ones that pre-market are come to the top, and the ones that are hot that day, the market conditions favor that strategy, and those are the ones that we run in the live account. And that Signal A AI drone just was on fire all day today. That was really the top strategy for the day. And here's the rest of them. This is our leaderboard today. The Russell had a really great day. The 15 range Russell, also Signal A, up over 1,000. Had a couple of strategies up there. And then the Signal A on the 2-minute NASDAQ had a few strategies up over 300. So everything was a Signal A. Everything in the top was a Signal A today. On a volatile market, Signal A is undoubtedly the way to go. If it's trending in one straight direction, straight up, straight down, like yesterday, that big move down, that Signal B would have been all over that. And it was. I watched it. Mark traded it with a 50-tick trailer. Did really well. All right. So, listen, it is Friday. If you're going to be around in about another hour or so, Lee and I are going to do a webinar at 12 o'clock. And I put the registration link in the chat box. Come check us out. His system trades the news on a semi-automated strategy, and we're going to be showcasing the AI AutoTrader. So I hope everybody has a blessed weekend, and hope to see you today at 12. If not, have a great weekend, everybody. I'll be back on Monday with a fish story. Have a good weekend.